This is not the last that you have heard! Gustav! And runs off up the street towards, his...
As he's running, Babette just does like a very flourishy bow. Good fight.
Devin tells up there having that boyish kind of smile, kind of doing the whole like hand like waving, and like a crowd. You raise your hands up and wave. Yeah, he's doing that right now. Just for like a little bit, and then kind of tries to find you in the crowd, because that was a big crowd, and kind of like Zell, like like that when the kid gets lost without the supervision.
Love it.
Like, where did Bobette go? He's kind of like looking around, like looks around. Probably
He's just gonna
spots
wait
you.
and see if you find him.
Perception check.
Because this is a new form that you're probably not used to.
Oh no, it's like a huge crowd, but he's kind of excited. But then he's like, "Wait, where did Bobette go?" Oh, it's a 9. I don't see you.
Oh yeah, no, you don't see her, nor do you even see Arthur. Just like sitting there, drinking a beer.
So like waves to the crowd, and then he kind of like exits stage right, and still having the case on him because you put it down and now you picked it back up. Kind of anybody. I'm seeing probably having fun right now.
Babette looks over at Arthur.
I should probably head to the forest. See if she. Now it's okay. And heads to the forest.
Okay, once I see Zale like just leaving, I'm like, okay, I can't let this lost child just run into the forest.
Oh, yes, we can.
Oh. This is how we're doing things? I see.
So this just keeps going.
Is this part of your social training?
I mean, sometimes you have to let the wayward sheep wander from the pen. Something like that. I was better at the expressions and stuff. But point is, he's gotta like be free to make some mistakes.
I see you're teaching him independence.
Oh yeah, that's the word. I figured the Avalian would remember it.
So you seem to be enjoying this whole vacation thing. I wouldn't have thought you would be that kind of person.
Well, I mean, isn't that the point of a vacation? Vacation, if you're not enjoying it.
Oh no. Work. It's more, I'm surprised that you were so excited to go on it in the first place.
Oh. I don't know if you've noticed. These kids are like falling apart.
I have.
I don't know how many more opportunities they're gonna have fun. Just say, in my version of the future, I've learned about their lives. Didn't have a lot of it.
Does he seem to be implying that like shit's going down soon with this group?
You do, you get that feeling.
Yeah. But if I am understanding this whole weird concept that you've gotten yourselves swept
Travel
up
through
into,
time.
yes, and I'm still struggling with that. If things are
Yeah.
different than what you remember, who's to say that whatever you're talking about is going to happen?
Some things change, some things don't. For example, Elam joining the war. Same thing happened in my world. I don't really think there's any harm in saying this stuff anymore. Let's just say this war doesn't end quickly. Things are about to get really difficult for everybody.
Even a quick war has lasting effects, but that's
Long
unfortunate
one
to hear.
changes everything.
Well, here's to hoping that your theories are wrong. And she lifts up her drink.
Theories. Yeah. Here's to hoping. This is a beer, orders another one over, and well,
What was that?
ale.
Ah,
Yes.
Meanwhile,
Mhm.
second.
Yeah, the music I was just playing for that moment right now fits so fucking well with how somber it was. Holy shit! It had
oh shit, yeah.
it had the piano and cello played, and it was just like, damn, that moment really hit. I was just ready for war. War never changes.
One never changes.
I was waiting for since this music was going on. I was like, damn, that was a good one for Arthur to say.
That was like the beginnings of a bromance between the two of them.
Hell
Yeah, kind of.
Still not there yet, but it's the seed has been planted.
God, that was such a TV/movie scene right there. Of, like watching Zell walk off to like the forest, and then like having the two, adults kind of like that was good. That was a good fucking moment. I like this vacation already. It's so TV movie shit. Yeah, heading to the woods.
Just wanders off into the woods with a cello. Don't get eaten by fairies.
Man, Zell's
God,
be
I can
excited
picture.
with this fairy shit.
God, I can actually picture Bebet messaging Zale, before he gets 120 feet away, just saying that.
Do you?
No.
Oh man, I was gonna say something to it then. All right, okay, fine.
Because she probably would have thought of it, just as Arthur said, let him go.
Because I would totally say, "Okay, mom." It was okay, mom. Kind of chuckle.
So Zale is off to the woods. I'm excited.
Man, doesn't that just sound great? Zell is off to the woods. Sounds like a TV little title of an episode.
Zale never makes it. Right.
I never make it to the woods. That's the trick of the title. He never makes
Anyway,
it.
there. Is it kind of like ascending past like this? You get to the street that's along the lakeside, right? There's a banister along the right, and along the left, there's a hill that goes up, and all across the hill there are row homes and little houses. And at the very corner of where the street begins is where the dirt road leads up to that wooden fence for spa, right? Beyond which, inside, you can see in this gated area the small little garden and trees and the grass and the little moss covered and vine encroached fencing guides the flagstone path up towards the spa house. The street to the right, as it splits from the spa house, goes across cobblestones and is along the lakeside. But to the left of it, you can see where the path that becomes a dirt road leading up into the woods. It's a house that is on the left and the right hand side of the street, and you can see kind of like a bridged connection between these two tall 3-story buildings, right? You kind of pass underneath it, and there's a moment when you step briefly into like the cool shade of like the darkness underneath this archway, this path over your head. And as you do, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
It wasn't.
Stepping out of the moonlight, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw at advantage.
Alright. 17.
All right.
That was pretty good. 16 and 17.
Yes. Just meet it. All right, perfect. Cool. You feel for a brief moment as this kind of hair stands up on the back of your neck, and this chill goes down you, and somebody's stepping from around behind you, and I need you to roll for initiative.
Shit. Oh. Wow. Really weird tonight.
All right. You are up first.
Far away are they?
You turn around and they are right there within 5 feet of you already. I don't know where they stepped out from. But you think that, but you can see that they're kind of just standing up from a crouch. And so you look up and think that they probably just dropped out of one of those windows up above you. From there's like a bridge that connects to 3-story buildings on either side of this road that you're on. And I've heard like the brief sound of a pop on your feet. Stands up. A tiefling. She's got a hood that's pulled down with like holes through the hood for her horns, and it's up over her head. But the hood goes down to a sleeveless kind of vest of gray, and it as well
you can see another set of like gray pants underneath them that are tucked into tall black boots. And she has a bunch of like bracelets and charms around her wrists that, you know, as she stands up, almost kind of has a little bit of a cadence to it. And her fists, however, are bald, and she's kind of like rising up into like a sway, like she's getting ready to deck you in the face.
As just a reaction of being all of a sudden it fucking jumped, Cell's gonna activate his haste. He's not gonna use your localized field. He's just gonna do the haste, and he's
You're
and
gonna,
then move back 60.
You're gonna need to make a surge, right? for that.
If I use localized field, I'm just using the regular. I'm not keeping it to myself. Like I did with the other guy's fight.
Don't you need to do that though when you, like, every single time you try to have a field?
Every time you
No.
activate it for the first time, because you
It'll
haven't had it
activate.
on up to this point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is it every time I do it? I thought it was doing
Every time,
like...
it's every time you activate it.
Oh,
Usually,
okay.
usually you've been keeping it activated. You stopped keeping it activated because it went into a coma
Yeah, 'cause I've been
briefly.
using it. Yeah, because I've been using it recently since we changed it. Use my action to activate it, and then to use like a localized field, I have to. That would be when I have to roll because that's the innovation. But if that's when I have to activate my feature, didn't roll it, then that's fine too. I just didn't know. That's what I thought when we talked about it. Because I've been using my action to activate the device, the QTF, the third level feature.
We'll just roll it for now because
One.
we'll look at it later.
Hmm?
Alright.
It was a 1. It's a wild magic?
Yeah. Oh, that is. Give me a second.
Oh, this is gonna be great!
I think it's because when you're booting it up, you.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if this probably might be a little mind confusion. I thought it was just when I did like localized field or the other innovation stuff that I did it. But you know, that's just probably my confusion.
You actually haven't been in combat to do that since we were going off of the old system before it overloaded on you, so.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, no.
Okay. Oh!
Oh no!
You are frightened by the nearest creature until the end of your next turn.
Oh my fucking god. That is poetic.
Wow! I was already
Poetic.
scared. I was already scared, but even more now. So yeah, sounds freaking disengages and fucking sprints back. Just like, who are you? What do you want from me? It's like Zell is like clutching this cello. He's like super scared. Like,
As you run back and you say that, she cracks her knuckles and goes, I'm here to take what's mine. Give me back my guitar, you dipshit. And return because you've used all your.
I was giving it back. Wait, you're the tiefling? My bonus action.
There you go. That's it.
Fuck. Alright, so I'm 60 foot back.
Alright. Second.
Wow, what is that fucking luck with
The
a
range
wall
of vicious
magic?
mockery, so she just adds on to what she said. I doubt an idiot like you would even know how to play. And I need you to take
I think we can wisdom check, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wisdom save. 21.
One of a million tabs, right? Yeah.
So thankfully with Ryan's only ability checks, not saving throws. What fucking
Yeah, that
footing?
is a success. There we go. All right. After that is her Liz. All right. You see as she reaches in behind her cloak and pulls out into her hands what looks to be a bottle, right? But she kind of like pulls something across the back of her horns on it, and you see it spark, and it is now burning across a rag that you can see stuffed into this bottle. And
He's throwing a fucking Molotov at you?
all right, need you to make a dex saving throw.
21.
All right. You take. Sure.
Man, this is a fucking encounter. I can't right now. I'm crying.
All right.
For the wild dinosaurs into this shit.
1 point of fire damage.
I'm resistant to fire. So does that make it 0?
No.
Okay. It's just like so I take 1. Cell goes like, ow! What the hell?
And that will end her turn. She spent
Molotov.
any time she would have been able to talk, instead throwing a Molotov.
Jeez. I'm trying to give this. That's why I went to the forest. And I'm like moving back another 30 to get
Yeah.
out of her range.
Give me a persuasion check.
This is with disadvantage because I'm frightened of her.
Whoa.
Oh my god! I like I'm getting all the good rolls to make.
Ah, you were getting ready to return it my ass.
Tell. All right. So
Run.
where are we right now? So we're across that one thing.
You're still underneath this bridge, pretty much, because you're on the left side of it, and it's just like a long thoroughfare, so it's 60 feet wide. So you went from one end of the shadowed portion of this to the other end of it when you ran 60 feet back, right? She didn't bother going anywhere. She just instead insulted you and then threw a Molotov. So
Cell's just like, cause he's frightened of her. Just like, look, and he puts down the cello case and backs away from it. See, I didn't even want it. He backs away, get 20 feet, so that's 50 feet. So he backs away, his hands are up.
he looks at you. Slowly walks towards it. Leans down. See if she picks it up. So, are you some sort of weird fanboy? Drops this case up.
No! And are you some weird girl who throws fucking fire?
She just pulls back her hood and shakes her head and goes, "It's a dangerous world out there. People do what they have to do." You
Yeah.
seem to turn out of it pretty fine.
And no, I'm not a fan. I don't know who you are. I went to Madame Russo and she told me to bring this back to you. Said it was a tiefling girl.
Yeah, she kind of like looks you up and down. She opens her mouth to say something, and then you hear the sound of like conversation and like kind of like it's like little giggled conversation, and you recognize the voices actually as the two girls that you'd heard on the train, and you kind of notice just going as they're coming around the corner, and just as that happens, she just moves forward, grabs you by the shoulder, and the next thing you know, you're 60 feet up in the air, sitting on the ledge of a window as these girls walk down underneath it.
Okay, well, fair
You
warning.
know who
see
I
my-
am, huh?
No.
Then you now.
Okay.
You fly?
No, I can't fly.
And you're just good on your feet. Good. You. Give me a acrobatics check.
Fucking son of a bitch. 12.
Pushing off the windowsill.
Nope.
Oh,
And just as you see the girls kind of go around the corner, she pushes you right off the windowsill, and she
Fucking
tumbles
bad.
backwards into the thing. And you see, just as she does, she like you tried to like reach out, but she had pulled the window down shut, like off behind her. And meanwhile, you, Babette, and Arthur, you'd seen as the harmonica band had gone up to a full fanfare, and the furball had pulled out of their case at some point in time. A set of like 6 fireworks shot them off into the sky, and as they burst, the window closes. You lose sight of her there for a moment, and gravity takes control of you. And as you hit the ground, the light that blinds across the window fades away. You manage to land deftly on your feet, but you take. Give me a second.
I would have, if I was falling, I would have cast Featherfall. Since I have that
Right.
spell.
There you go. Then, as you cast Featherfall, gravity kind of slows down for just a moment for you. You feel like this slow little thing, and you can see as the window closes and the light flashes across it and fades away, and you're still somewhat level with it, but she's no longer seen on the other side. And you land a feather light touch on the ground below, and
So just like,
After the
so
night.
just like at this point, it's just like, he's like,
absolutely shook.
yeah, he's just like, what the fuck? I was just doing something nice. He just like pacing around. And then he's like, fuck, whatever. And then he just like,
Walks back over
if
to the.
anybody sees him, his like whole like cheeks and his ears to his tips are fucking red. He is embarrassed, and he just like, fuck, whatever. And he's gonna start walking to this lake. Cause he's embarrassed, and especially because he was scared. It's like, yeah, he's going towards the lake now. He needs a minute. And Yeah, and
Yep.
fuck-
Yep. Yep.
he fucking takes off his boots too. He's gonna walk along the lake and just kind of walk in
classic.
the water to cool off. Because he's embarrassed of the fight of that even happening, and that he was frightened of her. Which is like, why would it be frightened of her?
Oh, God.
What the fuck?
She dropped from 60 feet above you in the middle of the night. And you felt that some magic had been, like, being cast, but you're not certain what. That's the unfortunate, because you didn't see her cast it, you know? You just felt the effect on you, and all of a sudden, boom, there's a tiefling behind you, threatening to kick your ass. And then she throws a Molotov cocktail instead of talking. So, I mean, I guess it was...
True love.
What fucking poetic justice is that on the wild magic table? I got the frightened one out of everything else I could have got at that table.
Can you imagine if it had been like Fireball?
Oh, that'd be a
no,
real
for
big
real.
shit.
That's
For
if
real.
you actually tried to run with it. And just
I was
dash.
gonna run for it.
Yeah,
said
she'd
it
be
was
like,
scared.
bitch, no. Poosh.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
68.
Covered in feathers or something?
Hmm?
Yeah, you grow a long beard made of feathers that remains until you sneeze, at which point the feathers explode out from your face.
Mhm.
I was hoping that he was gonna go bald, man. That was what I was hoping for. I was shooting for it. I was like, guys, God, please grant this to me. Again, the dice tell the better story every time.
No.
Fucking an eye appears on your forehead for the next minute.
No, he should have became a potted plant. That's the one true thing. So good.
1d6
Yes.
flumps controlled by the DM appeared in an unoccupied space 60 feet, within 60 feet of you and are frightened of you.
Goodness gracious.
She'd be like, what?
How long's
No,
the
the potted
frightened?
plant would have been amazing.
Probably, maybe.
How long does the frightened last for? Is it gone by the time like I'm just walking?
It's either a minute or when the target is out of
The
your
end of
sight.
your next turn.
Oh, okay. So just that moment. So even made it even more sense. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, so just fucking. He took his boots off and he's just walking across the lake at this moment, just like. What the hell was that?
Chance had rolled like one or two more. Each creature within 30 feet of you becomes invisible for the next minute. The invisibility ends on a creature when it attacks or casts a spell.
Yep. Right, you just would have both not been able to see each other anymore, and then like, what did you do? Where are you?
Where did you go? No! Both facing
Yeah.
opposite directions afterwards.
And they both would have been invisible when the two people came walking through, so instead of like teleporting anywhere, they would have just been both standing very still.
Oh my god.
And they're like, are you still there? After the girls go by. And no, she's gone.
Yeah, but Zella's. How cold's the water in the lake? As Zella's kind of walking through it.
Sarah.
The shit.
Hello.
It's
Sorry.
really cold in the lake. And hi.
Hi.
Hey. Ugh.
Zale got into a fight with a tiefling over a guitar.
Like a
You know-
fist-
She
No.
threw a Molotov at him.
Molotov cocktail.
Hold up at me.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we all
I
said.
did. Yeah.
Wait, they threw it at you?
I had a long time to design the perfect intro for Errol's perfect day, and I was like, well, duh, throw some Molotov at him.
Bro's fired
the
at
entire
it.
time.
So, I don't know what to take that. Oh fuck. So it was cooling off by the lake. He took his fucking boots off and he's just like, nah. I got fired. I got a fucking crazy chick threw a Molotov cocktail at me. What the fuck?
And then pushed him out of a window.
No.
He confirmed that he was gonna be fine and warned him of it first.
Okay.
But
Absolutely savage.
he's just slow on